Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. In today's video, we're going to be flipping through the single sheets of paper that I picked up at CKC Houston, creating keepsakes conventions in Houston that just happened earlier this month. So if you saw my previous video, you saw I did a haul. You probably saw that I had a really tall stack of single sheets of paper, and I didn't flip through them in that haul video because it was already kind of long. So here we are with a separate video. We're going to flip through those. I've actually even bought more single sheets of paper since then, so we'll look at those as well too. And I realized when I was actually unpacking my tool bag that I missed showing you guys some other little bits from a haul because they were in my toolkit because they're so small. So that's these rhinestones, and I've been crafting a lot of years and I say that to say that I didn't need any more rhinestones. Did not need probably a single rhinestone. Yeah, but then again, you could always use rhinestones because they're such a good little accent to add into projects. And then when you find them for $1, you gotta buy them, right? So I found these. So let's see, we had light pink, and then we have a pink I don't know if you say they're hot pink or not, but they're pink, so we'll just leave these at these are pink and the others were light pink. A purple, a light purple, and a deeper purple. We have a somewhat kind of teal blue, bright blue, teal, aquamarine blue, whatever color you want to call that. And then of course we have your like clear rhinestone, and then you know your girl was not gonna pass up black, so there's also black rhinestones, again for $1. So you know, an unbeatable price, especially this day and age where everything is so expensive nowadays. So of course I had to get all of those, and they're packaged so cute and simply that I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna store those. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna separate them by color like I usually do or just leave them all together. Anyway, regardless, I also picked up these little bits because they had these little packs of like stickers, and again, nothing special, nothing that I really needed, but they're florals. So aren't we always gonna get florals for $1? And these are like a vinyl kind of, they're definitely a coated paper at least. So just a few little floral bits that'll be good for all kind of projects, just putting them here and there. So those are super cute. And I guess there we go. I was about to say, should we bother? And then these were a little bit of a different style, not very vintage, but they are definitely more of a like crafter creates kind of style. And these are definitely coated, so definitely a different texture to them, but they're super cute. And so just cute little bits, and you know, these I could definitely use in some other type projects, from journaling, things like that. So grabbed 2 sets of those because I could tell that they were different. So this set, so again, a different style, but you know, be able to use them for something. It's cute because some of them really remind me of that Vicky Bouton collection. I don't remember the name of it. It was a color study. They had lots of paintbrushes and art tools in it too. So similar to that, but a bit different, but still super cute. And again, for $1, I was like, yes, let me grab those. So there's that. So we'll put that aside. And now we'll start with our single sheets of paper. I think you can see the stack here. It is kind of tall. I'm gonna put this back on top of it, and then we can have a clean slate to see what we're looking at. Speaking of Vicky Bouton, we got her on top with probably an older collection. I don't know when this is from. Let's see if it says. Oh no, this is from 2024. Oh, cut and paste. I don't know why I was looking at the wrong thing, but this is cut and paste. So I've got 2 sheets of that with that on the back. We got the tag cut aparts, color swatches at the bottom. 2 of those. Got the floral. I think I was only able to find 1 of these because I'm pretty sure I would have bought 2. I don't think they had another one. So there's that. 2 of the butterflies. And then 2 of this, like kind of like a swatch deal or whatever. But it's very cute, but definitely cute as cut aparts. So if you wanted to do that, you can do that. And then this is a ledger paper. You know, I'm always gonna grab a good ledger paper. There's this one. A text print. I'm always gonna grab a text print as well too. That's cute. There's this one. Okay. And then there was this next set is from the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Essentials. And this collection, let's see, came out in 2023. So this one, I know I got some singles of some of it and duplicates of some of it as well too. So we have this one. I'm trying to get a clear space here. This one with the tape measures. And there's a floral. Always gonna grab 2 of those. So yes, got 2 of those. There's this one with the newsprint on the back. Newsprint collage. We got typewriters with polka dots on the back. Dots, distress dots. We have this one with butterflies on the back. Second one of those. And then I guess I should show you the front first. Sorry. I got so excited. I saw there's a floral on the back. We have this, and yes, definitely a floral on the back. We have some numbers in typography with a map on the back. And then we have some tickets on the front. This is actually like a notebook paper kind of ledger. I don't know if you can see those lines on there, but yeah, it's dark, but it does have lines on it, so it's not a plain black. So that's cute. And then this one is a very random, but again, I'm always gonna grab a type of notebook or ledger paper. So there's this, and it has some more detail, but pretty much, you know, just pretty much plain. Great for backgrounds or even cutting up and using as journaling spots on your layouts. So, and it's just a single-sided sheet of paper. This one's from Pretty Little Studio. So there is that one. Now this set of paper came from, their booth was called The Gathering Place. And it turns out that they are based out of the Dallas area. So they are from Texas. And it's funny because Scrapbook Convention was one weekend. The very next weekend I was going to the Dallas area for a bowling tournament. And so I was like very lucky that we bowled late enough on Saturday that I was able to go to the scrapbook store beforehand, because I knew they would be closed after we bulked. So that last, when I said I bought more sheets of paper, is because I went to their actual physical location in the Dallas area and picked up a little bit more. So yay. So that's Bella and Grace, The Gathering Place. Now this one is all of, let me see if I can move this. Okay. This stack is all Butterfly Kisses. Let's turn it around this way. Butterfly Kisses that I bought from one booth. I bought this the first time. I went back and bought a second stack the next time. But, so this one is from the same collection by Doodlebug. So we have, let's see, put it back over here. We do have the 3x4 cut aparts, and they do go different directions. You got some landscape or vertical ones. You got some wait, these are portrait portrait or vertical, landscape or horizontal. Yeah, I got it right now. So we got that one with cute little flowers on the back. So 2 of those. I do think I grabbed 2 of everything from this collection. We have other cut aparts. I would call these maybe like journaling pieces. Most of them are. You have some that are just decorative, but most of them do have places for you to write. So plaid on the back. I'm always gonna love a good plaid, because it makes me nostalgic of 2 companies that were around when I first started scrapbooking that always had plaids, and it was Chatterbox and KI Memories, and they had plaids in like almost all of their collections. So plaids are very nostalgic for me as a scrapbooker and a scrapbook hoarder. Person that buys scrapbook stuff. Anyway, so 2 of those. This one has cut aparts, and I'm trying to mark where my space is so I'm in frame. This one has a different size cut aparts. You got 3x4 as well as your 4x4s and some phrases. So that's very different, very unique. Now most of these phrases are probably more towards card making, because you know, you got thinking of you, just a note, love you so much, you're so sweet, happy birthday, which could be either, but some of these are like truly more card phrases than they are scrapbooking phrases. But I do cards too, especially once you get down to, you know, the last bits of a collection. Definitely like to do cards with them. So interesting. And then we've got a colorful dot on the back. So yes, 2 of those. And then this one we have some large tags. So I like this. Most of the times we're getting tags that are in smaller sizes. So the cool thing about this is it looks like you can probably fit, I won't say 4 inches because we know they will border. So this is maybe like a 3x3 here. So you could probably even put down a 3x3 photo onto this, even make a tag flip photo album with 3x3 photos, or you could definitely use this as journaling tags. So like the options there. Got a really cute stripe on the back. So there's that one. Very cute floral on the front and a nice green floral on the back, tone on tone. And then we have our large butterflies on the front of this one with a pink tone on tone floral, like a floral doodle on the back of that one. And then we have our small butterflies. I can't grab it. Here we go. Small butterflies with a stripe on the back with the white in between. And I don't know why, but I love stripes like this too. I really do. I love rainbow stripes, period. But yes, it's something about when you put that little white in between it, it just makes the colors pop even more. So cute, so cute, so cute. So that is the 12 by 12s I have of Butterfly Kisses. Now this next stack is a couple different things. This collection by Bella Boulevard is called Teen Vibe Caitlin. And I'm far from being a teen, but I just couldn't pass on these sneakers that look like Converse. And even though I'm not truly a high top girl, I did buy my first pair of high tops a few months ago. But anyway, I I had to have them. They were pink and they were the sneakers that are like Converse, and I'm totally a Converse girl, so had to have that. And so of course then I wanted more papers to have, because they're gonna have papers that match. So for example, while I wouldn't use the florals with this, I might use that as a good contrast color, but basically I've got to the point where I'd buy at least a few sheets from the collection in case I need some others to kind of go with it. But also wasn't going to pass on a floral either. So let me put this back over here. We can look at these one by one. We have not looked at the back of this yet. And of course, that is really cute. As a person who loves music and used to play instruments, I'm always down for a good music note paper, music symbol paper. So this is very cute. And again, like I said, I'm always going to buy a cute floral. Tone on tone teal on the back. I love a floral with a black background as well too, so that's super cute. Makes these colors pop in a way that's totally different from when they're with white, so love that as well too. Got a nice blue dot on the back, and then this one has these icons on it, and while they're like, you know, perfumes or something, I do think this one is totally not my vibe. I literally bought this one for the back because it's pink. So this is what I'm saying, like you might want this paper to be used with this paper, so have to have that. And even if not, it's pink. I'm gonna love that in my stash. And then this one here has the cut aparts that most of these I wouldn't be able to use for myself, but on the back is another pink background that I could always use. So of course I bought two of those. Now, this isn't of the same collection, but it is Bella Boulevard as well. This is what they call their Bella Besties. They have gingham on one side and monochromatic stripes on the other side. I did buy two of these, but I already used one. Look at me. Yay. But yes, had to have it in this one they're calling Punch. And then this one is the Gulf, is what they're calling this one. Again, it's got those stripes on the back. And then this one is black. So I'm always going to get a good black and white. And then this one is black and gray on the back. So that's the Bella Boulevard collection. I also picked up from the same booth of some photo play. And this one is This Happy Life. And I think I picked these sheets up before I picked up the collection pack, because I think in my stack of collection packs I also did end up getting the whole pack of this. But it's always good to have extras of the sheets that you like. These guest checks can be cut apart and can be used in lots of different things. So even if it's not, you know, with this collection, there's some of these that can be used later on with other collections. So there's two of those. It has this blue abstract pattern on the back. So let's get that flipped over. Again, a floral with, it's a yellow background with pink dots, and it's really cute. So I don't know, can y'all see the dots? I hope y'all can see the dots, but it's so cute. So we have that one. We have like the photo frame kind of stuff with the florals inside, or the photo frame shapes, I guess, rather is a better way to say that. On the back you have a green floral pattern. And so that's all I got from that. So just a few of those. And then the next papers are from a collection that I already have some of, but I could not resist rebuying these papers. I did a project with them. The project didn't really work out. I might be able to save it, but regardless, I kind of felt like I wasted those papers. So it was a couple of them. Once I saw them again, I was just like, let me buy one more of each, because they're really, really cute. There's this floral. This is American Crafts Cutie Pie. So there's this flower, like roses. Some of them are roses, but the red ones are roses and the pinks are some other flowers. But it's got a cute pink background with orange grid. And then you have this floral. Put it down and maybe we can see the whole thing. with this cute pink heart background on the back. So I bought those, and then I did not have these the first time I bought papers from this collection. So I was like, I don't know, they must didn't have them, because I know I would have bought this. This is really cute. And then the back is cute too. The back kind of reminds me of Vans. If you're a big Vans fan, you might know that they use a lot of checkerboard in their branding. But yeah, so that one's cute. It's pink. I'm gonna I'm sure I will use it. And these little cherries are really cute. And then on the back is a red and pink pattern. Is it a gingham? Is it a plaid gingham? Yeah, one of those. So we'll leave that. And then I only got one of these because of the back. I literally bought this purple back. Like, I figured I wouldn't use this one. It's cute, but I don't think I would. I think it's too cutesy for me even. But I figured this one would be a great accent for those butterflies. Like, look how good those look together. So I just figured one would be enough. It might not be true, but we'll see. So there is that collection. I don't remember the name of the booth that I bought these from. I could probably find out if I needed to, because I would have 2 receipts from her, but I really don't remember. Now, this is a stack from Just Crop was the name of their booth. Like I said, the first time around I bought 83 sheets of paper. I've already taken the bowling papers out of the stack and put them with my bowling things. So if I show you guys the bowling projects that I made already, I will also show you the papers then. But yeah, large stack. And this is definitely a variety of new, older, and just some really randomness here. But they had tons and tons of paper bins that you just shift through to sell their sheets individually. And I don't know if the whole stack is turned around, but let's try doing that. So these color pencils are super cute. The pink, the colors just really pop on this. The pink and the red with the purples just really pop to me on this one. And so I knew I didn't need 2 of these. I just went ahead and just got one. But yeah, I just love it. And then it has, you know, the color names: petal pink, ruby red, autumn orange, you know, petunia purple. Like, I just thought that was so cute. So on the back is a pattern that I probably would not use unless I needed a background for this paper, but that's another reason why I only needed one. And then the same thing with this one. I'm a book lover, love this. It's such a large design that this would probably most definitely be a 12 by 12 layout. Could probably get it down to 8.5 by 11 by if I tried or really wanted to, but most likely I would probably just do, like, you know, some kind of, you know, books to be read or books I read this year, something kind of layout on this. And even though it is a little bit what's the word I'm looking for, maybe young adult or even somewhat childish, I think the books that are listed on this thing are definitely some classics that some of us love as adults too. So yeah, so those are random. This is Simple Stories Heart Eyes. I have some papers from this collection already. I think this was 2022. 2022. It's from 2022. But I never got this paper. I don't remember where I bought them from, but I think I was a little late getting to it and they had sold out when I did get it. So I was not able to get this cut apart with this on the back, and I did not get this cut apart with these on the back. So I have this to add to what I have, because I don't think I used this collection. I'm trying to think. I don't think I used Hard Eyes. I think I used the other one that had the cassette tapes in it. which might have been from, if this was 2022, I think I used the 2021 collection. Or maybe that was 2023. Anyway, whatever I have had of this, I still have. So now I got some cut parts to go with it. Okay. I'm gonna move these out the way. Again, too, I have this collection already, and when I got it, I never found this floral, so I picked this up. This is Just Married by Echo Park paper. So there's this floral with this damask on the back, flourishes. Yeah, that's a good one. And then this floral as well from the same collection with some stripes on the back. Now these stripes might be blue, because I do think that's a blue background and not a black background, but very cute. So I still have that collection, and I almost used it, or I'm probably maybe about to use it soon. I know some people that just got married, and so I might use that one. I do also have Wedding Day by Echo Park, and haven't used it yet either, so I can add to this collection with those two sheets and these two sheets. And of course, this is so classic that it can be used, you know, with anything or on its own. But like I said, I hadn't used the collection yet, so, or what I have of it, the papers that I have of it. So a few more. Of course, I was not going to be able to resist a crafty paper. So this one has like scissors and a tape runner on it. It has some washi, some paint brushes, some buttons, and so super cute for us crafters. Couldn't pass that up. This is a single-sided paper, but they also had this little matte grid that matches it, so of course I had to get that. We all know it would have been cuter if it would have been pink, but the teal is cute too. It works with the paper. So that's from scrapyourtrip.com, which I don't know if I've ever heard of, but cute papers. And then from Photo Play, I also found this paper that has the craft and scrapbook stuff on it. So you got some mini albums, you got some enamel dots, papers, planners, could be embossing powder or beads, you got paints, you know, all kind of stuff. So of course I had to have that one too. And it has these cute hearts on the back, so very cute colors. And this one is called, this collection is called Crop Till You Drop by Photo Play. So that's all they had, I believe, or I just didn't like the other papers. But I'm gonna say that's probably all they had from the collection, because y'all know me, I would have got at least a couple papers to match. So next I had to get this paper because your girl loves playing poker. So yes, so I had to get this one with the cards underneath the poker chips. Love that one. This one is not as great, but again, sometimes you just need papers to go to be your background, to be your layering bits. So this one is cool. It probably would have been a little bit better if they had done a different background, because these chips are so dark that it kind of, you know, it's not enough contrast, I guess. So, but cute, like I said. And then again, not the greatest of papers, but very usable. You know, the Ace of Spades card, the chips can be used. Welcome to Las Vegas, I could definitely use that. But then journaling, and you can make it work. Make this work. Cut it apart and use that in some bits. So yes, so that was a must. So I got those. All right, next up we have from Photo Play. This collection is called, it's so small I can't see. And the funny thing is I bought these, I think I don't know if I got these at the same time or not. But you can tell that they're from two different batches because they're two different colors. And it kind of drives me crazy if I wanted to use them at the same time. But I guess that's just the point. We won't use them at the same time. Now the back is a little bit better color matched. So, you know, we'll just not use the front of these together. But this, I'm trying to see what this says. And the name of the collection is so small because they did it like a little logo that I can't even see what that says. Beautiful Junk is what it says. Okay, so there's that one. The collage bits on the front. a collage background on the back. We got cut aparts here. Another collage pattern on the back. That's the same one. We have cut aparts here in 3x4s and two 4x6s. So a few cut aparts there. Another collage background on the back. We have the floral, if I can get it. We have the floral to go with that. Collage postcards and letters on the back. We have a muted floral with a like a newsprint kind of background in it as well. And then we have a grid and floral collage back there. So that's it from that collection. Very cute, I like that. This is from a different collection and it's just cut aparts, and I'm not really sure. Oh, I got one paper to go with this. So we got some cut aparts here of all different sizes. We have this green and blue floral on the back. And then we have this is called Wildflower Dreams collection by Allison Craft. She's been designing for a long time and she makes really cute stuff. She used to design for, was it Echo Park? I think she designed for Echo Park at one time. But we got a wildflower and a yellow. Let's see. I think I have a few more papers from this collection. So butterflies, very cute butterflies with a green on there. So that's that collection. The next collection that I got some from is Graphic 45s from 2023. This one's called Let's Get Artsy. And this collection, I have to say, is very, very busy. But I think that if you break the pieces apart, like this paper is super busy. It's a lot of bright, colorful things, but it is some things that kind of don't seem like they necessarily work together, or they're just so busy to go together. Like, you know, to me, like these two kind of, you know, at least you have the pinks, but it's just really, really busy. But then when you keep in mind that this is a cut apart sheet and you break them up, then I think I can work with it, deal with it, and definitely using these separately. I think I like them. Like even some of these might even work on a simpler background like that. Like honestly, I love those together. And so you could always do things like that. But here we go. So we got that, and then these cut aparts are a lot more like neutral and even more match each other. So if you can't use the front, you can definitely use the back. Here's this one, and again, I would definitely use this one as a cut apart because again, it's just way too many different vibes going on with the different types of art. But you know, I can appreciate and love all the different pieces of art. So you know, using these separately would be really, really nice, I think. And they make a great album once you start flipping through the album and just separate them onto different pages. This, you know, would be a great mini album. But yeah, I think these pieces definitely need to be cut into smaller bits. Love this like magenta fuchsia kind of color on the back. That's a great piece to kind of tone down some of these colors as well too. So same thing, I'm gonna, you know, consider these cut aparts and do that into different pieces. You got a orange and an orange on the back. So like, yeah, a light orange or dark yellow, I don't know, I would still call both of those orange. And then you do have a beautiful floral that is bright and colorful, but that's another reason why you would want some more subdued colors to go with it. And these are definitely some oranges with some yellows on the back of that one. You got this one, got a floral with a lot of words in there. The tree, which is, I'm trying to see, I'm like, is this a cherry blossom tree? It kind of looks like it, but it's kind of bare at the same time. So, but anyway, you got that. Got a dark blue on the back. And then you have like two more papers that obviously came from different batches. Can y'all see the color difference? So that's interesting. It's harder to tell down here, but up here you can definitely see the difference in those colors. So, but the back is a little bit harder to tell. This one even looks a little more distressed, but yeah, okay. And then this one, a floral, but again, that magenta on the back is just so pretty to me. So love that. And then y'all know I'm a Houston girl, so I had to have my Texans paper. So yes, and actually I do have some photos from going to a game that I have not scrapbooked yet, so I'll be able to use this paper when I do that. And of course, my Astros paper. I have some of this already, but I have quite a few Astros, you know, pictures from different Astros games that I made a scrapbook separately, and then I'll definitely, you know, have more paper to do that now. And you know, this paper that says Texas Pride, which I don't know if I'm truly convinced, but in a way I am, right? Because I'm from Texas, so you know, I can say that it's interesting. It's definitely a state that has its own vibes, that does its own thing, and it also even has its own challenges. So, but this is my home. So we got our Texas Pride paper, and then we have these that are kind of, it's interesting because to me at first I thought Texas when I first saw this, but I'm like, really, this is not necessarily Texas because that's an American flag. So you just got your guitar with your flag and your florals. This boot though definitely made me think Texas. So here's another guitar, flag and florals, and the boot as well too. So in a different color vibe. And you have your watering can and your hat. So some of these might be great. 4th of July is coming up. We don't do anything for the holiday. This holiday is like specific, but you know, hey, if I decide to, I'll have papers to scrapbook that. All right, and then we have more made in Texas, because I am made in Texas, or I was. But anyway, yeah, so some Texas stamps that actually do, I really like this paper. And then we got the Texas, the Lone Star State, just kind of text paper. So I like those. Not to mention, I go a lot of places in Texas. So even on my travels, you know, got a lot to say. So can talk about that. So flip that. And then the last few papers from this booth is from 49 in Market. And this is from the Art Options Spice. And so I think there's just one of this one. I don't know why though, because I love this pink. I should have got 2 of those. There's 2 of this one with the florals all the way across the bottom with the teal dots, teal background and darker dots on the back. And then there's this one with the flowers in the corner, some butterflies, and then a purpley and magenta color on the back of that one. So again, that was from the Just Crop booth. So big old sack there. All right, let's get that out the way. And then, are we ready already? Is this? Okay, so now we're to the sack that I just bought. I really thought I had more papers, more loose papers than that, but I guess not. So like I said, when I went to the gathering place in Texas, yeah, they are in Texas, but they're outside of Dallas and outside of Fort Worth. I'm gonna say maybe in between Dallas and Fort Worth. But yeah, I was coming from Fort Worth and I went to this store, and I think it was just kind of like, we were in Southwest Fort Worth, and I think they're kind of maybe like northeast of Fort Worth. But anyway, I did find and buy some of the Simple Stories. There's two different ones. Simple Stories Happy Travels collection, because not only was I on a trip and vacation, a road trip, and thought that that would be great to even scrapbook the trip that I was on, but of course travel can always add these to the stash. So I got the paper with all the tags, and this one does have the journaling bits on the back, journaling tags that you can definitely use with any other collection after you're finished with this collection. So this is always a great one to have, but I didn't feel like I needed two, so I only got one of those. I got the 4x6 cut aparts, which I'm surprised I didn't get two of these, because I do like this background and could have used that pattern as well too. But you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll end up not using one of these patterns, these cards, to use that pattern, but regardless, I only got one. This is another one that I only got one of, because you know, once you cut it apart, I'm sure there's something here that I probably won't use, and that I'll have a piece of this pattern that I can use. Now this one I did get two of, because not only do I love these cut aparts, I feel like a lot of these would be good to use with a lot of other collections, but I love the black and white travel icons on the back of this one, so I definitely wanted to make sure I had plenty of both sides of that. So this one as well is another set of cut aparts that again could be used for lots of different with other collections as well as just this one. But this map is such a great background for any kind of travel theme or stuff like that. And of course, gotta get the florals, right? Because I told y'all I'm a floral girl. So we got the flowers, and then we have the orange map that is exactly the same as this one, but it's in bright color. But like, look how good that looks together. And then the blue floral with the tiny florals, and again a notebook paper that, you know, I had to have as well too. So love that. Now I also picked this up, and yes, I do have the two of these that I bought in their booth. But again, this is such a staple, such a classic paper that, you know, not only could I use it with any collection that I already have, but I can have this in my stash for years and years to come, and still this paper would be useful, you know, years down the line if I don't use it up before then. So had to get two more of those. And then when I was there, I saw this collection, and it's interesting because when I saw it online, I was like, I don't need any more of Frank Garcia's Halloween papers, because Halloween collections, I bought the first one, used it for one project, yes, kudos for that. Did not finish it though, so I still had papers. When his second collection came out, I did buy the ephemera packs, because it seems like there's never enough of those, even though it seems that way, but that may not be the case. But anyway, but then when the third one came out, I was like, I really don't need to get any more because I haven't used what I have already. But then when I saw it in person, I couldn't resist it. I was able to, you know, convince myself by just seeing it in videos online that I didn't need it. But it was, when I could hold it in my hot little hands, I was like, yes, it's coming home with me. And so it did. So from this collection, I got and by the way, this one is called Magic Spell. So, and this one came out, does it have the year on it? They didn't put the year on this one, but I really think this was either, I think it was last year. I think this is the 2024 one. I could be wrong, but anyway, regardless. So I did get the 3x4 cut aparts. Love these. And it's funny because even though I'm sometimes not a big bird person, this little baby owl is so cute. This bird with the bow tie is so cute. Even this little, like, he's a little wicked looking, but that's, you know, the whole point. And so it like fits perfectly. So love this. It has the pink and black witch hats on the back, and they're super cute. So yeah, I was having a total flip out moment when I picked this up, and I don't know why, but when I grabbed this, I was like, oh, you only need one of those. And then when I got home, I was like, why did you only get one? And I don't know, but I only have one of this, so I would definitely use this for the cut aparts. I just really think that's really cute. So unfortunately, I won't have that background, but maybe in tiny bits. We'll see what happens. I got two of this one with the blonde girl dressed as a witch. Flowers on top, very cute. And on the back, it has the cats and the moons. Got this one with the brunette witch that's sitting down, book stack, cauldron, and the cauldron's on the back. I got this one with the potion bottles and the spider webs in the background, and this design on the back with all the Halloween motifs, I guess you could say. And then there's this one that is kind of a cut apart, but kind of not. I guess maybe a collage. I don't know, it's interesting because I feel like you have a collage at the bottom, but you have cut aparts with definitely distinct lines, like in this top corner. But then after that, it blends together a little bit more better. Interesting, but still love it. It's still beautiful. So yeah, and honestly, that's probably how I would use it. Like, I would probably definitely chop these apart and then either cut this way first and use all of this together, or cut across first and use all the bottom together. But these I would definitely use separately. I just feel like they're definitely pieces that need to be on their own versus these that blend together so well. But then again, you could cut these apart as well too, so who knows. Anyway, on the back you got black background with white stars. So I am happy to have that. And then of course she didn't have any of the embellishments that I could see, but I was like, well, we'll deal with that later. And then I bought some papers from a collection that I already have, but I didn't have. Like, wait, huh? Okay, so anyway, this is Simple Vintage Life in Bloom. And most of us remember this collection and how popular this collection was, because it was an absolutely gorgeous collection. And I do have some of this collection, but it seems like I don't have enough of this collection, which is interesting because I didn't buy a whole lot because I still haven't used my collection. Yes, I am hoarding it. Don't ask me why. It's one of those things that it got to the point where you buy so much, and then, you know, I don't want to just do like one or two layouts because I would still have, you know, a whole stack of papers left, and then I would put them away saying, oh, I've already used it. But you see what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like I need to make maybe like a mini album. And actually, I think that was definitely my thought, is that I have enough of this now that I probably will be doing like a whole album with this collection. But it's just, I really love the collection, and I love that they did this one with the black accents. I also love the new one that's out, that they just came out with, that has the brown accents. It's like, it's pretty, but it doesn't pop like this one does. This one, they just did a great job with these, the hue and the saturation of these colors, and really how well they pop with the black. So I didn't buy a lot of the actual Life in Bloom, but I did buy the butterflies again, of course, because it's so gorgeous. So I got two of those. And then I did buy this collage paper with the keys on the back. Now, she didn't have a whole lot of this, so I think what she had, I was okay with not having any more, but I had to have these two pieces. And then kind of with that collection, but not with that collection, is this collection. It's the same thing, that this collection is so gorgeous to me that I could probably still buy this collection years and years and years from now. So I think they just really knocked it out the park with this one. And I will say that I think we need to also give credit. I know this, a lot of this was picked up from a digital designer that does do her own stuff online, and they bought a lot of the artwork from her, and I have bought some of her digital artwork. I don't have all of it. I plan to buy all of it as well too, so I will be able to print it as well. But I still have to say that probably, like, you know, even years from now, I think if I was to see it again in person, I'd probably still pick it up. Not only is it a gorgeous collection on the front, but then the back is just, it's something that can always be used, and so simple and so beautiful that it's just beautiful. So I got the collage, the color palette, which is the collage paper, and they call this one Blush. 2 sheets of that. This one is Pink Collage, which is interesting. This one is called Collage. I know I was interpreting. Okay. The pink collage with the hot pink gingham on the back. Like, this is my color pink. Like, always love that. I got it in this one. I think they're calling this one Mint, which is really throwing me off because to me Mint is green and this is very much a blue, but that's what they called it. Now I do believe I have the 12 by 12 paper pack, which only comes with 1 sheet of each color. So again, I needed more of the 12 by 12s. The purple collage and the cream and the black. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the tags in pink and red with the backgrounds on the back, and the tags in teal and mint. So that is the 12 by 12 paper single sheets that I bought at CKC and the Gathering Place. And I believe the city is actually, the map said Keller, but I think they had a different city in their actual address. But it's Bella and Grace, the Gathering Place. So if you're looking for it, you can use that to find them. But that's what I have, and so I'm really excited. Like I said, some of these are older papers, some of them are somewhat new, some of them again are papers that I'm adding more to my stash, and some of them are definitely new to me, hoping to get to some projects eventually. So of course, if I do, I will share those with you guys. So hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed, so when I do post my project shares, you'll be able to see them. And you know, please also give this video a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next video. I think next up, because I think right after this, I think I'm going to go ahead and probably open at least some of the collection packs that I bought, because a lot of them I have not opened yet to actually see the papers inside of them. So the next one we'll be flipping through, probably, like I said, the collection packs, so we can see those up close and ooh and ah over the beautifulness that is contained within those little plastic baggies. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.